Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is kind of an impromptu video for me because I did a spread for myself and I got a lot more cards than this, but these two cards jumped out at me, and it wasn't until after I finished my spread that I went on to my phone and I was guided to a specific audiobook. And the audiobook sample, you know how when you are looking at an audiobook thinking about buying it, you can click on the play button and it'll give you a sample of what's inside that audiobook. It was the sampling that it couldn't be more perfect with these two cards. And that's when I got the impulse that I need to put this out for everyone, because the information that came with this is amazing for everybody who's trying to move forward and, you know, gain that higher state of consciousness. So the two cards that jumped out at me in my spread, we've got Here and Now, number 32, and we've got Chop Wood, number 42. So when you break those numbers down, you've got a 5 and you've got a 6. And when you break them down again, add them together, is what I'm saying, you get an 11. And so for me, this is all kind of a part of how we can move ourselves toward our eternal soulmate that much quicker. Because my question was about my eternal soulmate and our situation, and what I got was a whole bunch of information, but these two cards, like I said, really stood out. Now the first card, number 32, that's called Here and Now. It's all about, you know, right here we've got a signpost that says past, and here we've got one that says future. The flag that she's flying up here says you are here, and she is sitting on an egg. Now I'm going to hold it closer to you. I don't know if I'm, you know, here, let me see. Hang on a second. Okay. I'll bring it closer for you. See the signposts? And she's sitting on this egg, waiting to hatch, waiting to be. But do you see there's a door on the front of this egg? But it's not open. It could be a window, and those are shutters. But she can't get into this egg, and the egg hasn't hatched. So whatever it is we're waiting on, that we're hoping will come to be, is inside that egg, and we're sitting on top of it, keeping it warm, helping it to grow so that it reaches that place of maturation and can be born and become part of our lives. But in order to do so, you have to stay put on that egg. In order to bring this situation to fruition and have this new beginning, this rebirth within that situation, you have to sit on that egg, which means you have to stay in the here and now. You can't go outside of that to the future and want or need or just be there, because when you're living in the future, you're creating anxiety within yourself. And that anxiety is resistance to the situation, to the partnership. If you're thinking about the past, again, you're going to be depressed, because depression is a clear sign that you're living in the past. That too is resistance in moving forward to what it is you want. The only way to have what it is you want is to stay in the moment, live in the moment, be in the here and now. I'm going to read it for you from the book as well, but this is the very strong, clear message that I got. It's almost like it is similar to the Between Worlds card for me, because part of it is saying you're no longer in the past, you're not yet in the future, you're right here in the moment, in the now. And the realization that I came to when I got this card and I read it from the book for myself was, you know, I've heard it. I don't know how many times. Live in the moment, live in the moment, live in the moment. It's like, be patient. I've heard it so many times. I don't want to hear it anymore. But I also realized that I never really got what that meant. Somehow I had an aha moment, and there I was. And I literally was in the moment. When we're living in the moment, and there's no reason to be sad, no sadness can come to you. No sadness will come to you. That's when you really start to focus on how happy you feel, on how satisfied you feel within that moment. And I get it. And just being able to understand it fully is such a good place to be. Now the other card is Chop Wood. I'll grab that and show it to you as well. Number 42, like I said, it's a broom. There's not really much else for you to see here, except that it's kind of like I think the card I'm thinking of is Clean It Up. And it's all about, we talked about this in one of the most recent videos. It's about continuing to do the mundane things in life, cleaning your house, dusting, washing floors, vacuuming, doing dishes, those things that seem mundane, but they add to your world. Now, what I want to tell you is when I went to that place on my phone to the audiobooks, I came across the book, like, what are the odds that this book jumped out at me, called Chop Wood, Carry Water. And I thought, that is way too coincidental to not be something for me. So I listened to the sample, and that's what I want to share with you. And you can, you can click off, you can do whatever you want. I hope you stay, because this story is pertinent to somebody. Somebody needs to hear this, because I know I needed to hear it. Now, the story is about a man who builds houses for a living. Now, these houses aren't your average everyday houses. These are the kinds of houses that are custom built, that he puts a lot of detail in. He spares no expense in the details, because that's where you should be paying attention, is the details. That makes all the difference in everything. So that's what he does. He spends the money, he pays attention to the details, he puts his heart and soul literally into these houses every time he builds one. And they're not built in a day or two, or, it's probably more like they might build 1 or 2 houses a year. And so the company that he works for, it's not his company. He does work for this company. And he was getting up in age, so he decided it was time to retire. He went to his boss after they finished the house that they were working on, and gave him his 2 weeks notice for retirement. And his boss pleaded with him to please build one last house. There was one very important house on the docket, and they needed to build it, and he wanted this man's touch in this house. He needed to have him build this house and put his detail into it, like he always did. Like he always did. So he said he'd have to have a day to think about it, because he and his wife, knowing that he was planning his retirement at this point in time, planned a couple of trips that they wanted to take. So he had to go home and talk to his wife. He talked to his wife. She gave him free will to make the decision himself, and he decided to do it. This one last house. So they started the house, and he just wanted it to be done. He was so looking forward to the vacations with his wife and the plans that he had for his retirement, and he just wanted to be done. So he thought, what the hell? I'll take a few shortcuts here. We'll get this house built that much quicker, and then I'll be retired. So that's what he did. He didn't pay attention so much to the detail like he always did. He didn't put the really high-end marks on this house like he did in all the other houses. But it got finished, and it looked good. It was satisfactory. He went to his boss on the final day, and he said, okay, the house is built. I want to retire. You need to let me retire now. I did the last house. It's done. I'm out of here. And the boss said, yeah, you can retire, no problem, but I have a retirement gift for you for all the hard work and dedication that you've given us over the years. And he opened his drawer and he grabbed a black box, a small black box that had a ribbon wrapped around it, and he handed it to him. And the man said, "What's this?" And his boss said, "Open the box and you'll see." So he opened the box and there was a couple of really shiny silver keys in it. And he said, "What are these keys for?" And the boss looked at him and said, "This last house that you built, it's yours. It's my gift to you." So now the guy's thinking, oh my God, this house that I shortcutted everywhere I could so I could finish it quick is my house. And now it's too late to do anything different. So what comes out of this is everything we do on a daily basis, whether extremely important or extremely mundane in feeling, it's important because everything that we do builds our world. It builds the environment around us in our world. So when we shortcut, that's what we get back. It's about putting your all into everything that you do and not shortcutting anything, no matter what it is, no matter how small it seems. It's important to give it your all because you are, in doing so, creating your world. And if you want the very best of the very best, you've got to give the very best of you, always. Now I'm going to read these to you. I have to get the book, so hang on. Okay, I have the book now. But I wanted to point out that, again, the message for me was around my eternal soulmate. So distract yourself with the chopping wood things in life, but also don't shortcut them. Don't do just what you absolutely have to. Do your very best, because like I said, in doing so, you're going to draw the very best to you. Your eternal soulmate is the very best option for you as a partner. So again, every little thing does count. Okay, so the first one is here and now. It says, the oracle's message is, everything happens in the now, in the present. Only this moment counts. You have what it takes to handle anything today if you let go of the need to look into the future or reflect on the past. Be present and notice what's going on right now. This very moment has the potential for you to create miracles in your life. Now, I want to read the relationship message as well, because it is about relationship, a very special relationship. It's easy to yearn for a love affair or friendship you may not have right now, one that's more romantic, more fun, more reliable, more passionate. The good old days are gone and a new day has dawned. Let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now, whether you have the relationship you desire or not. Tomorrow's beyond your reach, and yesterday can't return. The now is all that is available to you. Stay present and aware that in this moment, as you cherish and approve of your beautiful self, you are a magnet for love. Spirit is madly in love with you right now. Did you know that? Turn to Spirit to feel the joy of love in the here and now. Okay, so in the second card, the Chopwood card, the Oracle's message is, there are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it's in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it be to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. Relationship message. Nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do day to day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard-won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. That is perfect now. hold hands, wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, say nothing, stare into space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke, and leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple, just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well, really, it is. So, those of you that are already in your eternal soulmate relationship, that's a very clear message for you. Those of you that are single, it's a clear message to continue with your life. Keep living, keep moving forward. Keep doing the everyday things. That's what moves you forward. It distracts you from what it is that you don't have that you want. And in doing so, puts you into receiving mode. I hope this helped. That's all I got for you. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.